I'm going to be talking a little bit in code today because if you watch my channel and you watch my live, yes.
Is the plane going down? Are we gonna die? Why are you saying I'm sorry?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oops, sorry, I should have had this set up for you guys prior. Welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife of Store, and you can call me Lindsay. And today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sad news on the home front for Kim Zolciak and her husband of over a decade, Croy. He was a NFL player out of Atlanta. So we don't know a whole lot of details, but we're going to talk about what we do know. And before we do that, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on. All of my tea I filter through my YouTube first before I take it to Instagram and Twitter and TikTok because I love my subscribers over here at YouTube and they've been so loyal to me. I feel like it's only fair that I will just do a live sporadically if I get tea. I don't wait, I don't do clickbait, I don't do all of that. I just bring it to you guys. So it's important that you keep your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we do know. So Kim and Croy, they were together for 11 years, guys. They have 4 children. If you are new to the Housewives franchise, Kim was a big deal out of the Housewives of Atlanta. I want to say she was an original housewife. Her and Nene had a lot of great times together, a lot of great scenes, helped put Atlanta on the map. She came out with Tardy for the Party. When we first met her, Kim didn't really have a job. She was dating Big Papa, and we didn't know who Big Papa was. We were never allowed to know who he was. All the years that she filmed and talked about him, the audience would guess, but we never truly had a real answer on who he was. And allegedly, he is a Mexican movie star in Mexico. And another interesting fact that I said during my live was when Kim decided she was going to do Tardy for the Party, she had a publicist, and guess who her publicist was? The same publicist that allegedly overheard the conversation about Kathy Hilton in Aspen and repeated it to the blogs. Jack, allegedly. Okay, guys, remember Beverly Hills last year whenever they came home from the Aspen trip and Erica Jane had her extension hair party, and allegedly that's the women were talking about what transpired in Aspen, and that's allegedly how the information was leaked to the blogs. And if you remember correctly, when Kathy says something to Erica, she says, my daughter has the same publicist as you. So this Jack was actually publicist to Kim Zolciak way back in the day. And I feel like, I don't know, they just, that's kind of crazy that he's been around all these years and now he's like publicist for Erica Jane and Nikki Hilton. So she did Tardy for the Party. Her and Nene were really, really good friends. And then she ended up meeting Croy and they got married. I don't remember I think they got married on the show. Yes, they did get married on the show. And then, of course, we saw them get married. She owned a townhouse, and that's when they bought the huge house on the golf course in Atlanta. Prior to that, they were living in a mansion that was like a rent to own situation with her home interior designer, who she paid for everything to design this, mansion. And then something fell through between their deal. I don't know if she wouldn't let her buy the house anymore. It was like a rent to own. I'm not really sure, but they kicked them out fast. And Croy and Kim ended up buying, like I said, the house in Georgia, which has been up for foreclosure, a possible auction 2 different times in the last 6 months. Now, TMZ did catch Kim's 2 daughters out in California. I think they were flying home back to Atlanta. They were asked about the foreclosure, and they said it's absolutely not true. They were going home to the house that day. There's no foreclosure. Now, fast forward Now we're hearing that they are getting divorced. Now, a couple of things that I want to mention to you guys again, married for 11 years, 4 children. Kim has what's called, I think it's like Kim's Closet, Kim and Kroy's Closet. They sell leftover clothes from their children, outfits, shoes. They have twin boys, a lot of different clothes. Now, if anyone has purchase anything from there, please comment. Let me know, email me or DM me. I'm just curious as to what it was like, because it looks like she has a lot of stuff that she bought that was like on sale or maybe discounted. Maybe she has a little bit of a shopping problem. A lot of items that weren't even worn yet. So it's possible she sees things, it's on sale, she likes it, she buys it, and unfortunately she ends up accumulating too much stuff that they absolutely don't need and they don't have the money for. If you guys also remember, she was working with a sort of a monthly subscription, and I want to say it was like to a what is the word? A psychic-ish kind of. That sort of fell through. There was a couple of blind items about that, about people paying and allegedly not getting what they paid for. And now we're hearing that they're divorcing. We also heard, I think it was the Daily Mail that reported, when Kroy and Kim were on vacation in the Bahamas at one point, there's a couple big casinos on the islands there, and it's people gamble, of course, and allegedly Kim was in the casino gambling like she was a millionaire, like 20s, 50s, gambling like an insane woman, spent a ton of money. I think it was somebody that worked there that ended up coming forward and doing the interview with the Daily Mail, but they basically said she was like a maniac when she was gambling. And for some reason, I feel like I could see Kim having a little bit of a little bit of a knack for gambling. She just has that personality that she, I could just see it. I could see it. Could you guys see it? I'm not blaming Kim by any means and saying that she's responsible for their troubles. However, I just don't think that she probably was the most responsible financial person in the relationship. And I don't think that made for a good thing, because then that kind of just left Kroy, who loved Kim very, very much. And I think it was clear he would have done anything for her, like anything for her. He very much loved her. So 11 years later, I don't think he works anymore. Like I said, he was part of the Atlanta NFL team there. I think he retired early. You got to be careful when you retire. You got to be careful when you retire. You really have to think about it. That happened in my family. I had an uncle who like retired too early. And then it's hard to live on a budget, especially when you're used to making a lot of money, because the more you make, the more you spend. These people live paycheck to paycheck as well. We see it all of the time. We see it with the housewives themselves. So we're not surprised here, are we, guys? We've seen the house, like I said, go for foreclosure 2 different times. Here's the really scary part. TMZ is reporting that Kim and Kroy actually owe the US government $1 million. It's like $1.1 million. Let me say something, and I say this all the time. I try to make it really clear. You cannot get away with not paying the government, because you will go to jail for not paying your taxes. We've seen it happen with plenty of rich people, plenty of people. You have to pay your taxes. And right now, Kroy and Kim owe $1.1 million to the government. And they also owe $15,000 in back taxes from 2018 on their property there in Georgia, which is a little confusing to me, because usually your taxes are included in your house payment, like as an escrow. It makes me feel like, was their house paid off like just for a short period of time, and then maybe they took a line of credit on it? I don't know how they could possibly owe taxes from 2018. Anyways, guys, that's what it states. Back taxes 2018, 1.1 million to the federal government. That is not good at all. Okay. I won't be surprised if we see Kim in court. I'm just saying, guys, if you remember, Bravo gave Kim and Kroy a show. They did Tardy for the Party again, like a couple of years ago. Of course, it tanked because I just don't think that's where the audience is at right now. Was a show about Kim and Croy and the kids. Don't be tardy for the party. I just didn't think that there was an audience for that right now. But that doesn't mean that there is an audience for Kim or her daughters. There was always lots of rumors about the daughters. If you guys remember, if you guys are historians and you remember back to when I think it was like John Legend was coming to Atlanta and Kim was trying to get tickets and she distastefully tweeted something like, who does like something about her daughter giving flatulation, is that what it's called, like to somebody to get tickets for John Legend. And that was later brought up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. I think it was Nene that brought it up. So yeah, it's a little crazy. We also heard that possibly Kim's two daughters were going to be getting their own reality show. And when TMZ caught them in the airport, I think a lot of people were assuming that maybe they had been filming a pilot or some sort of reality show because somebody's got to bring home the bacon, and it certainly is not Croy or Kim right now. So, I mean, obviously none of us want to see a marriage after 11 years tarnish or split up, and hopefully they can work out their finances in the best of everyone's you know to for everyone, basically split the 1.1 million. You pay half, I'll pay half. Hopefully Kim can get something together. I feel like she has the hustle gene in her. She has good contacts, but I do feel like Andy Cohen was probably her first phone call after she filed for divorce. Like, hey, yo, bitch, I need a job. I'm just joking. I'm kind of joking, but not. But you guys know what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm putting down. So I just want to give you guys the details of what I did have on the Kim Zolciak. And then I also wanted to let you guys know, I saw a couple of comments, guys. My live videos, they are for me to engage with you guys and with the people commenting. So it's not going to be just a video like this where I come on and give you guys all the information and leave my opinion out of it. So the lives are actually more of an opinion based commentary, more for me to like engage with my subscribers. So if you've caught a live, not a pre-record, and you felt like it didn't give you the information or you had a hard time following it, that's probably why, because lives are really meant probably to be watched live, unless if you're listening, whatever the case may be. So anyway, guys, make sure that you're paying attention to if it's a live or a pre-record. If you're someone that wants some short and sweet and to the point, then a pre-record is what you are looking for. And they are labeled, of course. I'm going to make sure that I'm labeling them a little bit better for you guys, though, right in the description, so that there's no more issues. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you have a great day. Happy Monday, and we will talk soon. Bye.